consciousness. But as far as the stone is concerned, nothing has happened. It doesn't even know when it rains. If you can imagine existing for 300 million years without knowing that you did so, I think you might agree that life with a price seems better than eternal existence for free. Our kind, the living organisms, have existed as such for as long as the stone. But unlike the stone, we don't keep the same forms. We improve our species by reproducing ourselves, often without replicating ourselves exactly, and the little changes give natural selection unlimited opportunities to fix us. Thus, like the stone, we life forms are still on Earth after 3 billion years, but our journey was more exciting. Every one of our lives was a little window to the world with all its activity and attraction. To be alive is to experience, and throughout our lives we gain experience. Beginning with birth, which, if we're humans, is when we slide from a tight, wet, warm environment into a vast, almost empty, chilly environment with air, light, scent, and sound all around us, and big, scary creatures looming over us. As for information, at this time in our lives, we're just a tad more aware than the stone. The end of our journey appears as we age, having collected a mixture of facts, friends, relatives, mistakes, triumphs, tragedies, and possessions. Thus, old age is a pre-death transition, and how we perceive it can depend on how far life has brought us. When we're young, death and those approaching it seem to have little to do with us. Old people don't look or act like us. They might almost be a different species. As for death, we don't want it, of course. But why worry about it? It seldom happens to young people. We can freely do dangerous things. These illusions are beneficial. Why get preoccupied with old age and death before you're forced to face them? I'm already old. But if I live as long as my mother lived, to just shy of 104, what would my life have been like if I'd started to worry when I was 20? By middle age, we've learned more. We may be only in our 50s, but we know about aging, and we're saying we're not as young as we used to be. We're paying more attention to what we eat and how we exercise. 25 years later, we realize we were spring chickens while having such thoughts, because by then we're approaching the old age transition. Gosh, this is different. Do we feel the transition? We can't run fast, and we're careful climbing stairs, but we're still living, so we're lucky. But maybe we're starting to feel unlucky. Living like this? You call this lucky? We're prejudiced against old age. Hopefully, this book will help with the prejudice. It mentions the rough parts of aging, but only to tell the whole story. So it's totally truthful, and it points out the good parts, too. Some of these may come as surprises, because we may not realize what they are or see them as good. If we retire from a job we liked, for instance, we may fail to see our new freedom as an opportunity to do some of the things we never had time to do when we were working. Of course, we must adjust as best we can, but knowing what's coming can help us prepare and understand. Plenty of books have been written about aging, but most are by practicing doctors who observed their geriatric patients, analyzing the medical, social, and behavioral factors.